Part 3 of the T-Rex installs. I am not a T-Rex shill. I just ordered all these things serially, so they're going in serially. They don't know I exist. They didn't pay me. They don't sponsor me. They just ship me the products when I pay for them. Part 1 was the crash guard for the engine. Part 2 was the crash guard for the luggage rack. Part 3 is their highway pegs. So that's what I'm going to install today, are the highway pegs. I ordered them because after installing these two, they build high quality products. I use them on my sport bikes. They build really high quality products. I love what they do. They're made in America, down in Texas, so I knew they'd come high quality. I looked online. I found a couple on Amazon, but like they're just Chinese companies, throwing out crap. I didn't look really hard, honestly. I have a trip coming up, so if you have some other ones that I can look at, put them in the comments below. Let me know. Maybe I'll take a look at them. I have looked at the highway pegs, and we're going to do a bench session today, which we've not done in a while, where I'm going to show you from the bench top, only because these things are crazy adjustable, and I can't think of a way to show you while they're on the bike. And then we're going to mount them to the bike. So that's it. That's the plan for today. Highway pegs. See you over there. All right. This is everything you're going to get when you buy the T-Rex highway pegs. These guys right here. So these are just regular old highway pegs. They're collapsible, so they fold up like so, like you would expect. This is how they mount to the bike. It matches a 25 millimeter cage, so for a mount, and it has 3 sizes, believe it or not, long and medium. We'll cover short here in a second. Your foot peg just mounts straight up to this, anywhere on there. Same with the short or the medium one. Just use a couple of hex heads. This guy that looks like some kind of futuristic pistol actually mounts, it's right there. They have set screws in here, and this is machined aluminum. Everything in here is machined aluminum. So this thing just mounts to right here, and then the bar that you want to use mounts to the other side with its set screw, and you just put it together just like that. The short option is like this, and you can mount the peg right there. They give you a couple of longer screws to make that work. So you can just mount the peg right there to get a short one. So that's how these work. A couple of things I've noticed is you can't adjust this, so this peg is where it goes. If you fold both of these up, you will note that they line up differently, so kind of sighted, kind of not. I called them an ask, but they cannot be moved. There is a set screw right here that allows you to adjust the angle of this up. You cannot adjust it downward any, but you can adjust it up. So you got another set screw right there. So if you're gonna play with these, you need a couple of hex keys. There are 3 different sizes on here, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I like these. They feel burly, just like their crash cages. T-Rex just doesn't market like they should. These feel just like their crash cages. They're machined out of aluminum. They feel heavy duty, so I'm happy I bought these. So let's go figure out how the heck we want to install these on the bike. Okay, we are over at the bike now. We have 2 practical choices where to mount these. This guy comes in behind here, so we can mount it along this bar only up to here. There's a flange right here that gets in the way past there. So we have about that much room there. Or we can put them here. Those are our 2 basic options. I suppose I could flip them and come backwards, but yeah, that seems silly. When you're using highway pegs, you generally want them to fold in the upward direction. So when your bike is going down the highway, they fold up and they're out of the way. You can also have them fold rearward if you want to do rearward. Also works. So those are kind of our options. So I'm gonna mount it this way and see how that works for me. All right, step 1 is you need this bolt right here. Goes in there. We're gonna screw it down. This tilts out. So this bar has a slight inward tilt to it, which only matters because that means our highway peg will be tilted away from the bike. Not exactly a comfortable riding position. So you'll note that I am tightening these alternately because it's a squeeze, it's a clamp. So you don't want to just do one side and then do the other. You'll have problems if you do that. All right, so the first position we're going to try is this position here. We're going to grab the longer bolt, the little pistol cylinder looking thing. And we're going to run that through there. I want to make sure that this guy is in a locking slot. That is a locking slot right there. I want the highway peg to fold back toward me. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work because it is tilted out. So if you look at the angle of the highway peg when it's in place, your foot's going to want to slide off of this. I'm pretty sure. I don't think that little nub at the end is going to keep your foot on. So the two directions you want this to fold, if you can, are up or back. So if you were to lay the bike down, the guard doesn't hang up on the road. You'll note this now is going to act as a crash guard in front of the crash guard because of where it's located. So if I were to drop this bike, it's going to hit this and bend it over. It would probably rotate out of the way, would be a guess. I don't think this is going to work though. Let's see what happens if I put my foot on that. All right, I feel like I'm pretty seriously man-spreading here. But you can see that my foot is definitely tilting to the outside. Because this bar tilts out, the whole thing tilts out. That means this needs to be attached to this bar. So let's try that. Still has to fold back instead of up. Back is better than forward, because when you put your foot on it, you don't want it to collapse on you. That is comfy. It's up higher. I can stretch my knee all the way out, get my toe on it. Yeah, that's it right there. That's where it's going. All right, they are on. I like them. They seem very comfortable. I'm going to be doing a pretty long ride here in just a couple days. Wife and I are going to take off for a week, week and a half. We've not decided. And we are going to go up north probably, depending on weather. We haven't decided. In case you're curious, MSGN is Mike and Stacy going nowhere. We don't know where we're going usually. We kind of take off, get hotels, that kind of thing. Trailer it, we're good to go. So we'll see you later. Keep your wheels down and I'll let you know how they ride if I end up moving them.